Hi guys, this is skittflash here, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. In the last part, who cares, because in this part we're going to be taking on, these more Tartarus bosses. And these three you're seeing right now are, I don't know. There's something or other. I'm not sure what their main strategy is, or what my main strategy is. They resist all types of physical besides Pierce. Um, they also resist. They also null electric, which completely dismantles my Odin, strategy or lack thereof. But I'm also thinking at this point I probably could just like get away with using Elect Break and then using Thunder Rain, which I feel like I'd want to try and do. Or maybe I'm actually trying to play things safe by using debuffs and going back to the old reliable actually working strategies, but whatever. Besides nulling electric, I think they also null. I hope it's not ice. That's like the one thing I hope it really isn't. It might be. It's either that or fire. In which case, there's like a 50-50 chance of well, I guess it's certainly useless. But there's a chance that, yeah, Mitsuru might be as well. I totally forgot her name. Weary Thrust, that would work better if you were tired. Well, we're not tired. It'd also probably work better if it was a Pierce attack. I didn't check to see if it was a Pierce attack. But if it was, we'd be set. I don't know why I'm putting Yukari to heal and support. She's like the only person who can actually do damage at this moment in time. But I guess she serves better as a healer anyways. They're all using power charge, so I am, slowly getting really scared. But at least high counter. Thank you, Siegfried. At least I think I'm equipped with Siegfried. Whoever has the high counter thing. Oh, no, okay, so I guess it must be fire, which is good. So, Yukari, wow. Mitsuru can hold her own. Although I don't think she has Mabufu Dan yet, which is unfortunate. And you should really start using Pierce attacks, because I don't know if you noticed this, but that's not doing jack shit, I guess. I have a Seiryu now. Oh no, that's not what I'm thinking of. But yeah, I have a Lilith. She has Elect Break. I'm waiting for myself to put two and two together here. Any moment now. Come on, just no. That Garuda's just as cool too, I suppose. I'm probably thinking of all the debuffs I can do. Oh, and survivability. Like this guy's strong against Slash and Strike, which is really good to have because those are these guys' two main methods of attacking, and you don't want that. And he has a Pierce attack. I see. I guess I'm thinking somewhat. I mean, I could be doing other things, but that's fine. Primal Force is an interesting looking move. Like, it's an attacking looking move, but it almost looks like an Almighty based. I don't think it does Almighty based damage. I'm pretty sure it's physical something or other. But that's a thing that happens. But yeah, as long as I have Dairahan, as long as she stops doing that. I should just put her on Rush the next time she moves. Like, that would be an infinitely better move than what she is trying to do. And I'm switching to Siegfried. I'm not too exactly sure why. Oh, I'm using Power Charge so I can switch back into the Arrow Rain. I see. I getcha, me. Their attack backs up, so Primal Force will do a lot more damage than before. I guess I took that something or other to... Is it Tarunda or Rakuja? Rakunda. Or Tarunda. It's Maratunda. Akuna Matata. Whatever. Yukari has Samarikarum now, which is fantastic. It doesn't even matter if anyone's dead as long as... No, it totally does. I guess... Stop what you're doing. Please. I guess I'm switching to Garuda now. Yeah, okay, so now I'm planning on Mind Charge, Arrow Raining this guy to death. But if I can use Matarunda first, as to not... Wow, no wonder this boss fight takes fucking forever. I'm playing this way too safe. I mean, at least I did it. I guess that's the more important part. Vorpal Blade, okay. Maybe I'm not playing this safe enough, rather. Yeah, okay, thank God she's using Mabufula, because Yukari's either gonna use a... that's the last thing I thought she was gonna use. But that's fine. Waste. I mean, you could have used Midairama, or you could have used Samarikarum. Either one of those would probably been the better solution. I guess it's more important to keep Yukari alive. She is the healer. Once Yukari is dead, I mean, nothing really changes. It just means I'll have to start healing people. And I have me diorama. Me Rahan, rather, so it really doesn't matter. Something I have to address, like, right now, that blade I'm carrying, Siegfried Blade, gives Minato plus 100, plus 100 HP, and I'm just noticing now that, that has come in useful, that has come in handy many times at this point, like when I was fighting these bosses. It's probably one of the main reasons I was actually able to survive these things. Because as you notice, we're put under 100 HP a lot of times, and if it wasn't for that sword, we would have died in that situation. So I gotta hand it to, Siegfried's sword, just saving my ass here. Allowing me to be more, reckless than ever. And I would have rather you done me, Samari Karm, so I could just use me Rahan next, because I'm pretty much gonna have to use me Rahan next turn, but I guess that's the luxury, not luxury, of having party members you can't control. I know what past me is gonna do. Yes, I can see right through me, I guess. It just seems logical, I suppose. I realize there's no form of, like, physical breaking. There's elect break, ice break, you know, fire break, wind break, and all of that, but there's no, physical breaks. I guess, I mean, that would come in handy, but maybe it would be too cheap. I'm not too sure. Maybe that's 3 more moves I just didn't want to put in and have to give to all the personas. But either way, oh well, right now we would have had 9 HP if it wasn't for that sword. I mean, we'd still be alive, but cutting it really close. And also that that HP ring that I give to Yukari, that gives her 30% more HP. That's probably what's saving her too. Like, I guess it's supposed to be like an HP tank, at least I'm pretty sure. But like, because of that ring, like, Yukari has much more HP than, well, she has more HP than she does, which is just hilarious. And that was good enough, I guess. Oh my gosh, why is this battle so horrible? I mean, like, really now? I'm surprised, like, that maybe this was my first attempt and I was just like, yeah, screw it, I don't care. I never re-record things if I do bad, like, unless I die, really. Like, even if my performance is absolute shit, I'll probably keep it in. Because it's better than guying. Guying? Yes, I suppose so. I mean, if you think about it, again, all these guys use their slash and strike attacks, and they have an occasional Zeo spell every now and then, but really, like, if I had a persona, like, resistant, or that nulled, slash and strike, which I'm pretty sure Siegfried, like, nulls slash, then I'd be pretty set. Like, I wouldn't be in danger too many times. Of course, they're using Last Resort now, which is actually good for me. Basically, he kills himself to do this, like, super hard bomb attack. And then follows up with Small Zionga. Thank God that missed. That could have been really bad. But yeah, it works on my end because they kill themselves in the process. And I just recover all the damage they did via healing, so by all means, keep doing what you're doing. Do my work for me. This battle's coming to a close, I think. Longest battle ever, good God. I almost apologize for that. I mean, it's the second to last mini-boss of Tartarus, so I guess what could you expect? It's supposed to be difficult like that. Now, Mazionga, every time someone uses a Zeo spell, it just reminds me how I need to get that Nihil gun and make it so that she stops being weak to Zeo spells, I guess that is, because that's annoying me. Like, Yukari got rid of that, like, crutch a long time ago. But I guess it's, like, you know, that's still a problem for her. And it'd be really nice if I had a team with no weaknesses. Besides Minato. That's the one thing, like, I'm pretty sure, unless I have a persona that's, like, not weak to anything, I'm probably not going to use weapons to cover Minato's weaknesses, because I'm probably just gonna... Or maybe I could. There's no... I mean, that's another Nihil sword I'd have to find, though, I guess. And there's also some other, like, fusions that you can give to him. Weapons that you can give to him that increases, like, all stats plus 10, and that's, like... Jeez. But anywho's, this is the very last segment I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the last Tartarus exploration thing we're ever going to have to speed up. So as a result, I'm playing, like, you know, I guess this is my ace in the hole when it comes to Persona music. I'm pretty sure I haven't played this yet before. But this is Unavoidable Battle. You must recognize it. It's like the most badass theme of this game. Or, it's one of the badass themes of this game. Specifically, this is the reincarnation music. They use it in the movie. Very, very nice. I love how we're fighting these guys. We just fought them. I guess there's a different form. And please, give me something. Something cool? Oh, I'm getting tired. A Nihil knife. For Koromaru, thank you. Even though we're never going to be making a Nihil knife, because I don't really use Koromaru that much, I think as I stated before, if you fuse, like, a special like, if you want to make a special weapon, like, let's say you want to fuse Thor into a weapon to make Thor's hammer, like, no matter what kind of weapon you fuse it into, you're always going to be making Thor's hammer. So, like, I could fuse Thor into that Nihil knife, and I'll make a Thor's hammer. So, I guess, like, it's not entirely useless, because I can still, you know, make special weapons, but it's still not the Nihil gun I want. And finding gold shadows just doesn't happen very too often. When it does, I guess that's a very specific thing to be looking out for, to be perfectly honest. It's like, you know, I'm trying to think here. Out of all the weapons there are, like, it's just that one weapon. I'm too lazy to count them all because I just run away. We're not doing too hot, are we? That hardly matters because it's the last thing. Once we do this, we'll be done with the speedy uppiness. And whatever. I'm getting a call. I feel like I should answer it, but no. And Yukari is tired. Well, that's bad because, you know, Yukari, she's... I mean, I guess it's tired that we're tired. I guess it's bad that we're tired, but specifically Yukari, because as soon as we return to the main floor of Tartarus, she's gonna bail, which is unfortunate because I'll probably end up bailing too, because Yukari's necessary. I love how she uses Windbreak, though, out of all things. That's just mean. Not sure if I would run Kanemata, switched out Ken for a Mitsuru. Ken doesn't have a maid costume, nor would I want him to have a maid costume, that is. I guess a butler costume would be neat, but no, it doesn't have quite the same charm to it. Maybe for experience, maybe because I needed a Zio. I have some, like, thought process when I do stuff like this, but I never know what it is, like, unless I specifically go and check in post-com. Maybe I needed Hamon. No, probably not. When do you ever need Hamon? Even if you did, I just have a Sojo for that. It hardly matters. Ooh, another gold shadow. I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say I don't catch it. Yeah, it immediately escapes. That pisses me off so much when they do that. Such a tease. What if that was the one? But anywho's, yes, there's that. There's a really strong enemy in the middle. That is the last mini-boss of this place. It has strongness, because it's the last mini-boss of this place. That's all I wanted to say. Obviously, we won't be fighting it right now, simply because, Ikari's tired, and I kind of want my healer. I can't really think of anyone else. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I could probably do it without Ikari. Oh, no, that's not true. I'm tired, too, and that's probably... I wouldn't want that. That's pushing it a little bit. Anywho's, we're going to be fusing. We're finally going to make this goddamn Loki that Elizabeth has been asking us to make for quite some time now. I'm doing it with a three full fusion. I don't know if I've explained this before, but if you make if you fuse like 3 of the same Arcana, you'll get you'll get a Persona like higher ranked than all of those, unless you do something weird. But yeah, Medidola, I'm pretty sure that'd be useless. Useful if he didn't have, like, you know, half the magic I wouldn't have had. But I don't know. I personally like the Loki that, like, the kneeling, like, crisscross applesauce. That's the only way I know how to describe that form of sitting down. That he does in the other games. If you've seen if you played any of the other Shin Megami Tensei games, you might know what I mean. He looks different than the other ones, and I think he looks cooler there. But we get to make Masakados. This isn't Shin Megami Tensei 4 though, so it's probably not as impressive. And yes, as you can see, we have pretty much done every single one of Elizabeth's requests besides those fusions that we, like, legitimately can't do at this moment in time. But that's beside the point, because that's everything, pretty much, unless there's something I'm missing. I know there's one quest you can only do in New Game Plus, which I may or may not be showing, because of how difficult it is. But that's fine. Right now, I am probably just going to fuse some other personas. Cybele, I'm pretty sure she's close to our level. The problem with all of this is, like, next part I'm going to be much stronger than I am before. So all these personas I'm making now may or may not be, like, just totally useless, but this doesn't matter. Because she does replace the Raphael pretty much. She is the ultimate lover's persona. Very nice. Meji Dola, very nice. Midai Rahan, Samari Karm, she is pretty much your healer. Makara Karn and Mind Charge. Wow, I didn't realize how useful she is, actually. Sadly, I don't think I'm ever going to use a bow. What if we have to use a bow next turn? I think I might actually be using a bow next part, which would be hilarious. And we're also making a Koryu, just because we can. Koryu, pretty much the exact same type of moves. You do it by making the 4, consolation things, Suzaku, Byako. You know, half of the people Hibiki Kyusei use in Devil Survivor 2 anime. I was so disappointed that he didn't use the other two, and then in the very end, like, just summon Koryu and kick it. I guess what he did do at the end was pretty cool too, but still. I guess that's semi-spoilers though, because, like, I'm telling you what he didn't do, so now you know for a fact he didn't do that. I feel like telling when people, like, I think I mentioned this before, but I feel like telling what someone didn't do can sometimes just be as bad as telling what, like, exactly what they did do, just because you can sort of use process of elimination to do things. And, I'm getting, no, don't get a weary thrust, I'm tired right now, that'd be so useful. I think I don't notice that I have Midai Han and Midai Rama right now, and I'm just kicking myself for it, because, I wasted such a good resist ice, simply just to have Midai Han and Midai Rama. Well, that's fine. Typically I'm, like, as soon as I get that persona, I register in the compendium and then try to fuse it away again. If I had to guess, that's what I did with Corey right now. Or maybe not. But this is Norn, the Ultimate Fortune persona. He has the tier 4 wind spell, Panto Rei, or however the hell that is pronounced, and he inherits anything and everything Garu. I mean, gosh, look at that. He has so many unnecessary Garu stuff. And yet, out of all of that, I get rid of Poison Boost. I don't think I'm ever going to use Garula on that guy, but whatever, me. So anywho's, in the next part, we will be taking on the very last mini-boss of Tartarus, but until then, this has been Skitflash. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Bye!